Last quarter, 28-6.
After her gallant second to Christian Cullen in the Miracle Mile, Tailamade Lombo headed to Perth for the Group 1 Golden Nugget at Gloucester Park. A hot favourite, Tailamade Lombo had a tough run, but weakened badly from the home turn to beat only one home. Victory went to the Ross Oliveri train and Chris Lewis driven Saab, which led throughout to win by nearly 7 metres, rating 158.8 for the 2,500 metre journey.
Direction. They come down the straight to get the bell. That quarter in 30.1. It's been very solid. The half in 59.8. Saab looked to be going okay. A half length away is Just Alone, who's run a great race. On the fence, Touch of Zam. Alfred about to go again on the champion mare. She hooks out now, Tailamade Lombo. Followed by Renaissance, Golden Gears. Arboretum around them and then In the Rain and further back to No Peking. At the 500 now they're sprinting up front, but Saab look to be travelling well. 3/4 of a length away, Tailamade Lombo. She gets serious. She knuckles down to her task and she moves to second. 29.7 that quarter. Touch of Zam switched to the fence and then Just Alone, Renaissance. Arboretum is coming home well out wide. They're coming from everywhere, but Saab still led around the turn and Lewis kicked him away. Tailamade Lombo's gone. Down the outside, Arboretum. Now Touch of Zam, but Saab is well clear. It's more history. It's another champion from Classic Gary, and Saab wins the Nugget easily. Second, I think, Touch of Zam. Golden Gears pelted home. Arboretum close up, followed in.
Local 4-year-old Simply Electric earned himself a shot at the Tasmanian Pacing Championship when he scored a devastating victory in the Hobart Pacing Cup on Boxing Day 1998. Trained by Peter Giebel and driven by Scott Ford, it was a popular hometown win as Simply Electric powered away from some high-class mainland rivals. With Ford allowed to dictate his own terms in front, Simply Electric was untroubled to win by 3 metres, rating 205.7 for the 2,750 metre standing start event.
Simply Electric on the inside, just in front. In second place on the outside is Captain Rufus. Future Wipe still holding the third spot on the rails. Soleil is still holding the one out, one back. Wynyard's Gold is out 3 wide. Anvil Star around the outside. Next is followed by Defibrillator. Then came Quite Pale Face and Nifty Night. Down the back straight they go with 500 metres to travel. Simply Electric is in the lead. The Hobble Shotters are released and it's got out to lead by a long neck. In second place is Captain Rufus. Future Wipes back travelling third. Being followed further back in the field then to Wynyard's Gold. But off the back they go and Simply Electric finding the answers. He's driving hard on Captain Rufus, but there's no response. It's Simply Electric just in front of the corner. In second place, Captain Rufus, and there's a long gap to Future Wipe running third, being followed further back to Wynyard's Gold. But in the straight, it's all Simply Electric. In second place, battling on is Captain Rufus, but Simply Electric comes away and wins the cup. Simply Electric first, second in the race was Captain Rufus, third Defibrillator, just cut Future Wipe out of the money.
Our Sir Vancelot also turned in a top-class trial for the Tasmanian Pacing Championship when he won the $50,000 Ballarat Cup on a heavily rain-affected track. Carrying saddlecloth number 13, our Sir Vancelot did not appreciate the heavy conditions, but showed his class with an emphatic victory. Our Sir Vancelot then headed south for the Tasmanian Pacing Championship in Hobart, the scene of his second Inter-Dominion triumph 10 months earlier.
Last, 800 metres left to travel, the second quarter in 32.6. And Colbruce led 3 metres to our Sir Vancelot. Off the old third, Skipper Trust is fourth. Then Country Duke, Breeny's Fella. Next Camwood Kango. Over on the inside was Platonic. Tailamade Lombo going between King Lear and Our Millers Road, and Quantum Low Bella's back last. Colbruce the leader, 500 left to go. He's 2.5 metres to our Sir Vancelot. Off the old third, Skipper Trust is fourth. Then Breeny's Fella, Country Duke, Tailamade Lombo, 20 metres off the lead. Third quarter in 28.8. And the leader, Colbruce. Our Sir Vancelot's only a neck away. 4 metres to Skipper Trust. Round the turn, Colbruce led from our Sir Vancelot. Then Skipper Trust. Colbruce shifts away from the inside. Our Sir Vancelot up to join him. Then Skipper Trust. Our Sir Vancelot, the leader. Skipper Trust is running on out wide. Our Sir Vancelot's in front though, but the superstar's back. Our Sir Vancelot wins the Ballarat Cup by 4 metres to Skipper Trust. Third in Tailamade Lombo, an eye-catching run.
Over at Globe Derby Park that same night, the John Justice trained and driven Shakamaker had little more than a walk in the park, to win the South Australian Derby, rating 159.5 without being fully extended. It was John Justice's second win in the Blue Riband event after winning the 1993 South Australian Derby with Diamond Blue Chip.
And Shakamaker leads by a metre. On the outside, Let Me Loose. Lucaville in the 1-1. They've quickened up now. Next on the inside was Not So Cheap, a Tromatos. He's travelled beautifully in the run. On his inside, Call Me Aussie. Echo Light next around Greenwood Cam. Then Fantasy Dash, Classy Willie. Friends for Life last of all. They're about to head into the back in the Derby. Second quarter, 31.6. First half, 63 seconds. Here come the big guns now. Shakamaker the leader. Led by 2 metres to Lucaville, running to second. Not So Cheap third. Let Me Loose gone. A Tromatos starting to work into the race. Then Echo Light, Fantasy Dash and Friends for Life, both a mile back, but at the 300. Shakamaker led 3 metres to Lucaville. A Tromatos out 3 deep. No run for Not So Cheap, and then Echo Light and Fantasy Dash on the turn. And John Justice about to ask this striking son of Bookmaker to go. Shakamaker. He's 4 metres in front of Not So Cheap. Then Lucaville, a Tromatos, Echo Light and Fantasy Dash, but it's all Shakamaker. Far too good. And Shakamaker wins the Derby. Wins by 4 metres to Not So Cheap. Lucaville third. Look at Fantasy Dash late fourth.
Tasmanian trainer Karen Kendall made a triumphant return to her home state with promising 3-year-old Cellular Fella to win the Tasmanian Derby on the 2nd of January. Born in Devonport, Kendall had recently relocated to Victoria to set up stables at Bacchus Marsh. Driven by Ross Williams and confidently backed from 12-1 to 9-2, Cellular Fella showed plenty of courage to tip out the odds-on favourite Lucaville right on the line.
They're still well bunched up though, coming to the post with 1 lap to go, where Lucaville is in the lead. Cellular Fella running second on the outside, travelling 3 deep is Trip to Heaven going out of the straight. Vancouver Mac holding its position on the rails and still in the 1 out 1 back. Is not under suspicion. Regrowth is second last and Blake Hanover is last, but they're well bunched up. Lucaville, who's led right from the start, shows the way into the back straight. Cellular Fella in second place on the outside. Trip to Heaven out deep. It's being followed by Not Under Suspicion, Vancouver Mac. Then came Regrowth and Blake Hanover. But off the back, coming towards the home turn, they've got 300 metres to go. Lucaville is in the lead. Cellular Fella in second place, followed by Not Under Suspicion. Giving ground now is Trip to Heaven as Regrowth goes out to make a run. Vancouver Max angling off the rails, looking for runners to come into the straight. Lucaville leads the Derby field for the judges. They straighten up. Cellular Fella on the outside goes up the challenge, runs away. I don't know whether it got a hit from Hancock's left, but down to the line they come. It's a photo, and Cellular Fella might have got up and won it from Lucaville. Vancouver Mac was third. They were followed in behind them by Blake Hanover on the rails. Wide out was Regrowth.
Later that night in Hobart, Tailamade Lombo made amends for her abysmal Golden Nugget effort by winning the $100,000 Tasmanian Pacing Championship to join an elite group. Rating exactly 2 minutes for the 2,030 metre trip, the daughter of Troublemaker became only the 4th mare to win a Grand Circuit race in the 90s, joining Blossom Lady, Kate's first, and Norm's daughter.
Over to the 600 they go the last time, and at it again is still in the lead. Brewer is running second. On the rails is Jurassic Jack. They were followed in on the outside by Tailamade Lombo. Our Sir Vancelot's out about 4 wide as they go into the back straight. Defibrillator giving ground. Simply Electric's there with them, followed by Anvil Star, Captain Rufus and Vakabenahi. Past the 400 they go to the turn out of the back straight. At it again is in the lead. On the outside, Tailamade Lombo and our Sir Vancelot. 3 deep is coming half-fast at them now. So they were followed by Northern Brewer. Simply Electric's running a pretty bold race too. Then Captain Rufus and Anvil Star. Around the home turn, Tailamade Lombo in the lead. Our Sir Vancelot on the outside now throws out the challenge. It's Tailamade Lombo in front. Our Sir Vancelot challenging. Simply Electric and Captain Rufus coming too. Tailamade Lombo in front as well. Tailamade Lombo, there's 4 across the track. Anvil Star and Captain Rufus flew home. There's 4 of them in the photo.
The Grand Circuit switched to Perth later that week for the $110,000 Fremantle Cup at Gloucester Park. Justin Warwick had 4 starters in the Group 1 event and made the right decision when he elected to drive the winner, Ted Barry.
Forget Punxsutawney, that quarter in 29.8. The half in 60.7 out of the straight past the bell. Ted Barry running a bold race in the van. He's a length on Nebulizer about to be called upon, and Little Hale the judge is sitting pretty. He waits on a run. Shattering Class every possible chance, followed by Deposit Paid. Heroes Night waiting for Shattering Class to go. Then Lightning Fella. Try a Fluke out deep, followed by Southern Salute by Admiral in that group. And then Allwood's Chief, Oraton Hill, Golden Goddess. Down the back in 29.2. And Ted Barry at the 250 leads a length on Nebulizer. Now Shattering Class taken 3 wide, is running on gamely. Wider still Heroes Night, and then Hale the judge. The rest headed by Deposit Paid. Around the turn though, and Ted Barry is clear. Now Shattering Class starts to run on. Wider out Allwood's Chief from nowhere, but it's Ted Barry in front. Shattering Class, Allwood's Chief is mowing them down, but Ted Barry wins the Fremantle Cup. Justin Warwick ecstatic. He beat Allwood's Chief. It's a Warwick Quinella. Shattering Class ran third. He got very weary in the straight. He lugged up the...
Earlier that night, Bogan Fella turned in a record-breaking performance to win the Group 1 $60,000 City of Auckland free-for-all at Alexandra Park. Driven by David Butcher, Bogan Fella sprinted home strongly to beat his stablemate Brabham and Kate's First by half a length. His time for the mobile 2,200 metres was 2:38.2, a mile rate of 1:55.7, which clipped a second off-the-track record of 2:39.2 set by Franco Weiss in December 1990.
As they race past the 800 metres, only 6 first to last, 59.5 the half. So into the back they go now in the City of Auckland free-for-all, and the leaders. On the inside is Sam Malone. Kate's First is eyeballing it on the outside. Franco hat-tricks deeper out. Happy Asset, the perfect 1-1 seat back on the inside to Brabham. They're followed by Surprise Package, Masterclass, Bogan Fellas got back on the inner, and Prince Sheldon's 3/4 of a length away. They come off the back, 450 to go, and Kate's First is now the leader. Kate's First shows out now to Franco hat-trick, poised on the outside. On the inside, Happy Asset, followed by Surprise Package, then Brabham. Further back then to Masterclass and Bogan Fella, but round they come, and Kate's First to Franco hat-tricks going well and ready to pounce. They're followed Happy Asset, then Surprise Package. Brabham's down the outside. Bogan Fella's not far away. Kate's First is giving plenty. Happy Asset now. Brabham starts to hit top gear. On the outside, Brabham, Kate's First and Happy Asset. Brabham out wider, and Bogan Fella's burst them and got it. Bogan Fella photos, Brabham, Happy Asset, Kate's First, and with its Surprise Package. Franco hat-trick.
At Moonee Valley the following night, New Zealand Trotters Special Force literally walked off the plane to win the Group 1 $50,000 VL Dullard Cup. The plane carrying Special Force, Buster Hanover and Sundowner Bay from Auckland was delayed by mechanical problems and minor wing damage, and landed in Melbourne just over 3 hours before the race. Special Force, driven by Todd McFarlane, showed why New Zealanders rated him an emerging star, with a sparkling display, sizzling over the final quarter in 28.3 seconds.
Off the lead. They have a lap left to go in the Group 1 VL Dullard Trotters Cup, and Special Force is the leader by a metre to Night Pistol. Bonspiel Chewy third behind the leader. Fourth is Buster Hanover. Fifth is Rocky on the inside of Kai Valley Prince. Second quarter in 32.6. Then Laurie's Legacy inside Alaward Ray. National Interest is second last, and Nupi Kiosk at the rear of the field. 700 left to go. Special Force only a neck in front. Night Pistol starting to work him now. Third Bonspiel Chewy. Buster Hanover fourth. Then came Rocky niggled at, likewise Kai Valley Prince. At the 500 though, Special Force is a neck in front of Night Pistol. Bonspiel Chewy locked away on the inside from Buster Hanover. Then Rocky, Kai Valley Prince, Laurie's Legacy and Alaward Ray. Third quarter in 29.8, and it's Special Force a metre and a half in front of Night Pistol. No run Bonspiel Chewy. Buster Hanover fourth and 5 metres off the lead, and they're the chances. Round the turn in the Dullard Trotters Cup. Special Force led by 2 metres to Night Pistol. Buster Hanover to the outside. No run Bonspiel Chewy. Special Force in front of Night Pistol, who's trying to rally. Buster Hanover the outside. Special Force going well though. He's clear from Night Pistol, and Special Force all the way. Special Force won it. Special Force beat Night Pistol and Buster Hanover. Bonspiel Chewy never saw daylight. Then Kai Valley Prince.
Earlier that night, Tailamade Lombo overcame an injury scare to win the $50,000 Grand Prix for 4-year-olds. Unable to put one of her hind legs on the ground for 2 days leading up to the race, Tailamade Lombo had to call on all her courage and talent to fight off the challenge of emerging star Safe and Sound to win narrowly. Driven by Chris Alford, the mare ran her last mile in 1:57.7 and her final 800 metres in a sparkling 56.5 seconds to win by half a neck.
And it's Tailamade Lombo by 1.5 metres to Safe and Sound as they head out of the straight, with Old Black Magic behind the leader third and See New York is fourth. The second quarter in 30.4, so they're getting quicker. Fifth on the inside, Greek Gambit from Sly By, and away from the rails, Franco Looks Good is last. 700 left to go as they work into the back, and it's Tailamade Lombo, Chris Alford, 2 metres in front of Safe and Sound. Then Old Black Magic, See New York has travelled well on the run, but is still 6 metres off the lead. Then Greek Gambit, Sly By, and Franco Looks Good. Off the back straight, Tailamade Lombo, 2 metres to Safe and Sound, Old Black Magic and See New York. Third quarter in 28 seconds, and the mare holds sway by 2 metres at the 300. See New York eases out 3 deep, and then Old Black Magic struggling. Tailamade Lombo turns 2 metres to Safe and Sound. See New York is sticking on well. Into the straight, Tailamade Lombo 3 metres to Safe and Sound. See New York to the outside. Tailamade Lombo led. Safe and Sound trying to come at it. Tailamade Lombo lifting though. She's 1 metre in front. Safe and Sound can't get her, and Tailamade Lombo won it by a neck. Great run, the runner-up, Safe and Sound. Third in See New York. Then Sly By, Franco Looks Good, Old Black.
That night at Globe Derby Park, Ryan's Day provided leading Adelaide reinsman Jeff Webster with his biggest win by taking out the $100,000 South Australia Pacing Cup. Trained by Merv Williamson until a week before the Grand Circuit event, when Webster took over his preparation, Ryan's Day led throughout to win by 4.5 metres, sprinting the final 800 metres in 57.6 seconds.
And the leader, Ryan's Day. Ryan's Day by 2 metres to Roscoe Robust. Third on the inside, Northern Brewer. King Lear in the 1-1. Our Sir Vancelot's been 3 deep for nearly a lap, and he hasn't made up much ground. 3 back the inside, Gold Hero. Anvil Stars badly held up in the centre. Out 3 deep, Breeny's fella with a ride home. Then keep it up on the inside of Quantum Lobel. And Skipper Trust was last of all. They're about to head into the back. They're going to sprint home very hard. Second quarter, 30.4. The first half was only 63 seconds. Ryan's Day led 2 metres to Roscoe Robust. Third on the inside, Northern Brewer. King Lear now coming out 3 deep. Our Sir Vancelot's now out 4 deep, and with a bit to do, the champ. Further back in the field then, going between runners now was Keep It Up. They work off the back. At the 300, Ryan's Day led 2 metres to Roscoe Robust. Northern Brewer needing a run. Our Sir Vancelot right off the track. Starting to get into the clear now. Anvil Star, he got into trouble though and galloped. Getting knocked down, Breeny's fella. On the turn, Ryan's Day led from Roscoe Robust. Here's our Sir Vancelot starting to move up. Northern Brewer looking for a run. Ryan's Day in front. It's Jeffrey Webster. It's a South Australian Cup. And Ryan's Day beats Northern Brewer. Our Sir Vancelot third. Keep it up fourth.
With Christian Cullen ruled out of the Victoria Cup at Moonee Valley with travel sickness, another emerging Kiwi star, Holmes DG, claimed the Group 1 event. Driven by Barry Purdon, Holmes DG, with the advantage of an inside draw, was able to hold out Our Sir Vancelot for the lead in the run to the first turn and was never headed. Getting away with a couple of slow quarters in the middle stages, Holmes DG sprinted home his final 800 metres in 56.5 seconds to beat another Kiwi invader, Kate's First, and Our Sir Vancelot.
Last, they have a circuit left to go in the Eat Well, Live Well Victoria Cup of 1999, and it's Holmes DG in front of Our Sir Vancelot. They've got 800 left to travel. The second quarter in 32.5. That's a cheap split, and Holmes DG takes the field to the back, leading 2 metres to Our Sir Vancelot, getting a bit closer. Kate's First third, the inside. The other mare, Tailamade Lombo, fourth. Then Late Bid, 3 wide Anvil Star around Heracles, Captain Rufus, and then Country Duke and Cold Bruce, Northern Brewer, and Happy Asset at the tail of the field. 500 left to go, and the leader, Holmes DG, 2 metres in front. Our Sir Vancelot sitting second as they work off the back straight. Kate's First third, Tailamade Lombo fourth. Third quarter in 28.3, and it's Holmes DG coming up to the turn for Barry Purdon, leading 1.5 metres to Our Sir Vancelot. Tailamade Lombo hooked out 3 deep, no run, Kate's First, and then Heracles. Holmes DG straightens 1.5 metres clear of Our Sir Vancelot, the mare to the outside, Tailamade Lombo. Holmes DG in front with 100 to go. Our Sir Vancelot trying hard, but it's the Kiwis again. Holmes DG's got the Cup one. Kate's First getting to second, but Holmes DG wins it. Holmes DG first, beat Kate's First and Our Sir Vancelot. Close up, Tailamade Lombo. Then Heracles, Late Bid.
After his gallant third in the Victoria Cup, Brian Hancock and Our Sir Vancelot headed to Perth for the $250,000 WA Pacing Cup, his fourth run at Grand Circuit level in 21 days. A violent thunderstorm hit Perth just 3 hours before the event, delaying the race for 15 minutes after the track lights were blacked out by lightning. Our Sir Vancelot looked set for his third consecutive WA Pacing Cup victory when he dashed clear on the home turn. But local star Saab flashed home to win by almost 4 lengths, giving reinsman Chris Lewis his 5th win in the Group 1 event.
Now it's all happening at once. That quarter 30.5. The half in 62.7 seconds. Shattering Class leads a length on Allwood's Chief, who loomed quickly to his wheel. Hero's Night still running third. Hancock tucked in again on House of Vancelot. He's 1-1. Then Franco lots more. Try a fluke. Saab looking to get up on the inside rail. Tailamade Lombo's gone. Further back then to Ted Barry. The rest headed by 3 half-whites. Oraton Hill and Punxsutawney dropping out of it. About to leave the back straight. Allwood's Chief's got his head in front. Shattering Class is lifting again. 28.6 was the third quarter. Now our Sir Vancelot hooked around them. Can he make it 3? The New South Wales star. He's coming at them now. Then Hero's Night, Franco lots more around the home turn, and Hancock winds up our Sir Vancelot, and the mighty champion exploded to the lead. Here's the 4-year-old Saab thundering home. It's going to be close again. Saab is coming at our Sir Vancelot. Saab got up to win. Saab has won the Pacing Cup. He beat our Sir Vancelot when he looked to have it in the bag. Oh, what a run by the 4-year-old. Third's close. I think Allwood's Chief hung on.
Earlier that night, OK Rock, which began racing only 4 months earlier, proved a class above her rivals in the $60,000 Great Northern Oaks at Alexandra Park in Auckland. Leading for the last 2 circuits in her 5th racetrack appearance, OK Rock cleared away in the straight to win by almost 4 lengths. Trained by John Lishner and driven by Ken Barron, the daughter of Cap Rock and Looks OK, rated 201.7 for the mobile 2,700 metres.
Seconds into the back they swing now in the Group 1. Pasco's the Jewelers, Great Northern Oaks. Down the far side, OK Rock and Ken Barron, 3/4 in advance now of Better Bet. On the inside is Emerald Franco in the 1-1. Barry Purdon with Cam's Legacy. There followed Time for Home, Stylish Sweetheart out 3 wide, making ground. Then we've got Behelium over on the outside, then one making ground. Red Profiteer, Miss Saigon. There followed by Classy Filly. Then we've got Turpecker, Melanique and Fair Vamp, and the favourite Smooth Talking Doll is at the tail of the field. 300 metres to go, and the pace quickens appreciably, and OK Rock by a length and a quarter, and the leaders travelling well to Better Bet, Emerald Franco, Cam's Legacy peeling out, Red Profiteer out wider into the straight under 250 to go, and OK Rock the leader by a length and a half now to Better Bet. There followed by Emerald Franco, Red Profiteer storming home and behind them, but OK Rock's got them covered. The Pasco's are Jewelers, Great Northern Oaks for 99's all over. It's a Johnny Lister train. OK Rock and Ken Brown got it by 2.5. Red Profiteer second. Classy Filly flashed up for third.
Concorde Lombo, runner-up to Tailamade Lombo in the Harold Park Ladyship Mile in November, made amends in the George Johnson in Hobart on the 23rd of January. Driven by Neville Webberley, Concorde Lombo swept to the lead coming to the home turn, then cruised home to win by 13 metres, rating 201.7 for 2,360 metres.
Up to the post, they've got 800 metres to go. Glendy skipped for a moment, and Lil's Lady dashed to the front. At the winning post, 1 lap to go. Lil's Lady in narrow leader. Glendy on the inside, though, has got going again. Then Ford View Miss, followed by Amapola. The next one, Barrington Bell. Then came Cranley, Concorde Lombo. They're pretty well bunched up, and last of all on the fence was Lady Giovanni. Into the back straight, and Glendy's once again got its head in front. In second place is Lil's Lady. Here's Ford View Miss going out 3 wide. 4 wide goes Barrington Bell. Concorde Lombo starting to wind up about 5 wide as they go down the back. Then over on the fence is Cranley, followed by Amapola. Lady Giovanni at the tail. Off the back they go. First horse beaten, Lil's Lady. Barrington Bell dashes to the front, but in one stride, Concorde Lombo sweeps around the outside and hits the front. Inside the 200, this is going to be how far? Concorde Lombo storms clear. In second place is Barrington Bell, followed further back the Ford View Miss and Lil's Lady, but it's all Concorde Lombo, and down to the line she comes, a very, very impressive winner. Concorde Lombo first, Barrington Bell second, third home was Glendy, Lil's Lady fourth.
Paris Affair, trained at Portland by Peter Tonkin, capped off a remarkable fairy tale victory when he won the $400,000 A.G. Hunter Cup at Moonee Valley on the 30th of January. With regular reinsman Rod Barker suspended, Paris Affair led throughout for Chris Alford to win by 4 metres, running his final 800 metres in 58.1 seconds. It was a remarkable training feat by Tonkin to win the world's richest handicap harness event with a 9-year-old gelding, which bowed the tendon in a near foreleg twice as a 2-year-old and again at 7, and raced with 3 screws in a hind leg to help support another bowed tendon and broken pastern.
The lead. They've got almost 1,200 to go. Paris Affair in front. First quarter in 29.8. Heracles is second. Third, the inside surprise package. Fourth is Kate's first. Then came Cole Bruce. Sixth, the outside Holmes DG. Breeny's fella 4 back. The inside is Kate's first. Eases out of the 1-1 to go 3 deep. Cole Bruce gets one off the fence and Holmes DG has a 3-wide trail for the last lap. Happy Asset was on his back. Then Ryan's Day. Country Duke 3 deep. Next is Allwood's Chief on the outside of Anvil Star, and Late Bid last the fence, 25 metres off the lead. They're bunching up. 800 left to go the second quarter. In 29.9, Paris Affair leads. Heracles second. Kate's first, 3 deep. Surprise package behind the leader. In the centre, Cole Bruce. Holmes DG 3 wide with a trail. Then Breeny's fella 3 back. The inside from Anvil Star. Happy Asset 3 wide but 3 back. Now taking off Allwood's Chief. Country Duke going in front of it. Late Bid and Ryan's Day. The run's coming now, but Paris Affair the leader nearing the 400. 1.5 metre clear of Heracles. Kate's first out wide. Going around the outside, Holmes DG. Wider still Allwood's Chief. On the fence behind the leader, Surprise Package and Happy Asset. Running off the back in 29.2. Paris Affair led 2 metres. Heracles a second. Kate's first under the whip. Holmes DG runs on. No run Surprise Package. Happy Asset to the outside. Paris Affair led from Heracles. Holmes DG and Happy Asset to the outside. Paris Affair the leader. Happy Asset's after him. Paris Affair led. Happy Asset trying to get him. Paris Affair's hanging on for Alfred and Paris Affair all the way. Paris Affair won the cup. Second Heracles, third close Happy Asset and Surprise Package.
At Moonee Valley earlier that night, Buster Hanover shrugged off a 40-metre handicap to wear down local champion Night Pistol and Special Force to win the Australasian Trotters Championship final. Driven a treat by Tony Herlihy, Buster Hanover became only the second horse to win the prestigious trotting event in consecutive years, joining Tin Mine, which won at the Melbourne Showgrounds for Neville Gath in 1965 and 66.
And the leader is Chiola's Dragon. It holds sway by 2 metres. Night Pistol is second. Third, Our Rich Choice. Buster Hanover fourth. Waikery Gold fifth. Around its Special Force. Pat Sun going up 3 deep. Lucy Elastic inside. Bonspiel Chewy. National Interest 3 wide with a trail. Then Laurie's Legacy the inside. Back third last on the inside was the Godfather from Noopy Kiosk. Sundon's Way tailed off. Second quarter, 32.2. And Chiola's Dragon leads into the back by 3 metres. Night Pistol is second. Third, the inside, Our Rich Choice. Buster Hanover fourth. Pat Sun out 3 wide. In between runners, Special Force held up. Then came Waikery Gold, National Interest and Bonspiel Chewy, heading towards the 400. And Chiola's Dragon led Night Pistol by a metre. He gets closer, Night Pistol. Buster Hanover getting out of the 1-1, 3 deep. 4 wide, Pat Sun. Special Force will follow Buster Hanover. Our Rich Choice giving ground. They get busy now. Third quarter in 30.5. Chiola's Dragon led narrowly from Night Pistol. 2 metres to Buster Hanover. Special Force getting out into the straight. Chiola's Dragon, Night Pistol, Buster Hanover. Special Force out wider. Night Pistol, Chiola's Dragon and Buster Hanover. Night Pistol and Buster Hanover. Buster Hanover, Night Pistol in a stirring duel. Buster Hanover lifting. Night Pistol fighting, but Buster wins it. Buster's done it again. Buster Hanover beat Night Pistol and Special Force. Fourth in Bonspiel Chewy.
Down in Hobart that night, classy filly Ticket Flow provided her young trainer, driver Rowan Hillier, with one of the biggest wins of his career when she won the Tasmanian Oaks. Working to the lead early in the race, the daughter of Ticket to Heaven and Flojo Torado was untroubled to score by almost 4 metres, rating 202.7.
Past the 600 they go, heading to the back straight. Ticket Flow is Sulky's length in front of Lindy's Ticket. A metre away, third is LJ's Angel. Dame Raiders lost a bit of ground there, being followed further back to Pearly Brook. Susan was next, being followed by Island Cocktail. Breeze Baby going fast around the outside of Can't Catch Me, and Harmonia has dropped out. Ticket Flow gives them the slip, leaving the back straight. Goes 5 or 6 metres in front. Lindy's Ticket in second place. Susan's coming fast around the outside, but no match for the fair in front. 200 to go. Ticket Flow's got to have a mortgage on the race. It's about 8 metres in front. In second place is Lindy's Ticket and a mile back to the beaten lot, headed by Susan. But it's all Ticket Flow in the straight and racing away to an easy win in the Oaks. Ticket Flow in front. Lindy's Ticket battling on well, but Ticket Flow wins from Lindy's Ticket. Third home, Breeze Baby. Susan galloped. Then came...
Queensland trainer Stuart Hunter was livid when Maltese Cavalier was overlooked for a start in the AG Hunter Cup, but he received some compensation when the gelding won the Cranbourne Cup 6 nights later. Superbly driven by Darryl Douglas, Maltese Cavalier surged around the field to take the lead in the first lap and always appeared to have the race in his keeping. Sprinting home the final 800 metres in 56.3 seconds, Maltese Cavalier was untroubled to beat Breeny's Fella and Country Duke by almost 6 metres.
900 to go, leaving the straight. Maltese Cavalier is in front. Breeny's Fella sitting outside of it now. Leaders back, Sheffield Mark, Blue Eagle fourth. The Phoenix is fifth. Then No Other Way, Bradshaw, Country Duke, Hushed World, and 20 metres to All for One. Second quarter, 31.4, and they go down the back. Maltese Cavalier leads 2 metres to Breeny's Fella. Third, Sheffield Mark on the inside. Fourth is Blue Eagle. Fifth is the Phoenix. No Other Way hooks out 3 wide to start a run. Country Duke onto its back, and then Bradshaw. Hush World and a long gap to All for One. Heading off the back of the 400. And Maltese Cavalier 2 metres to Breeny's Fella. Sheffield Mark the inside of Blue Eagle. No Other Way 3 deep. Country Duke now going 4 deep but 15 metres off the lead. Third quarter in 28.3. Maltese Cavalier into the straight, led 3 metres to Breeny's Fella. Then Blue Eagle into the clear from Sheffield Mark, Country Duke. But Maltese Cavalier's got a good break of the 100 to Breeny's Fella, Blue Eagle. Maltese Cavalier's got the cup one. Breeny's Fella second. Country Duke rattling home from Blue Eagle. But Maltese Cavalier won the cup. Maltese Cavalier 5 metres. Breeny's Fella second. Country Duke third. Then came Blue Eagle.
After spending almost 18 months on the sidelines after breaking a pedal bone as a 3-year-old, Warwick Lad rewarded connections for their patience when he won the Carousel final at Bankstown in early February. Trained and driven by Serge Lenardi, Warwick Lad was well tried from 9-2 to 7-2 in scoring by 4 metres, rating 203.8.
Last pair. There's the bell, and they've bunched right up. The leader is Sonic out of the straight. He leads about a neck to Warwick Lad. 3 wide, Detroit Dan. Peter Explorer in the middle. On the fence, Hanover. And then all over Calm with a 3 wide cut home on the back of Detroit Dan. Then Kentucky Brawler Seafarer. Justice Prevail, second last on the fence. Has got a big task from there. And last of all, Simba again. Sonic's gone, and quickly Warwick Lad went to the lead. Detroit Dan comes at him, a length to Peter Explorer, all over Khan, still running into it. 2 away, Seafarer starting a run, and then Hanover. Justice Prevails is back second last, and Kentucky Brawler's gone back to the rear. The leader Warwick Lad out of the back, about a head in front of Detroit Dan. All over Khan's been brought right into the race by Josh Willick, and she's coming up 3 wide, and Hanover is starting to run on as well. All over Khan galloped on the home turn, it veered right and went via the Cape, and Warwick Lad's in front of Detroit Dan. Hanover on the outside, and then a gap to Seafarer, but Warwick Lad's in front. Hanover getting to second, and then Detroit Dan. It's a Victorian victory in the Carousel, and Warwick Lad scores brilliantly. Second, Hanover. Simba again rocketed home from last to cut. Detroit Dan out of third, then Seafarer.
Tupelo Rose maintained her unbeaten record when she led throughout to win the $60,000 New Zealand 2-year-old championship at Alexandra Park earlier that night. Staking her claim as New Zealand's best 2-year-old with 3 wins from as many starts, the in-the-pocket filly, trained by Wayne Ross and driven by Kevin Townley, won easily after sprinting her final 800 metres in 57.7 seconds.
900 metres left to run. Tupelo Rose on top of Makar and Chichio Star. Adios Dream going up and around them. 3 wide on the outside of London Express. Then Alert Falcons 3 back on the markers. 800 to go. Going through that point in 66.3. A length and a half to Esther Bella, and 2-way traffic is the tail ender. Tupelo Rose at the 700 metres by a length and a quarter, and she's pacing very fluently. On the outside, Makar tucked away in the trail is Chichio Star. Adios Dream out 3 wide from London Express, and Alert Falcon back on the inside, going well enough for Tony Hurley. In behind them in second last Posy now is on the inside, 2-way traffic, and stablemate looking to make a little headway. Esther Bella, they're off the back, 300 metres to go. They're fair sprinting now, and Tupelo Rose got away by a length and a half. Makar out wider, Adios Dream, and they're followed by Chichio Star. Alert Falcon hugging the inside, going for home. Tupelo Rose got full bore and got out by 2 now from Makar. Alert Falcon, Chichio Star, but it's all over the Group 1 event, I'd say, inside the 50 metre mark. And Tupelo Rose, she's been kept up to his work, but she's far too classy tonight. Alert Falcon flashing home, got second. Third on the inside, Makar, they're followed by Chichio Star.
Hushed World upstaged some of the best pacers in Victoria for the second time in a month, when he won the Bendigo Pacing Cup in February at the TAB odds of 80-1, thanks to a brilliant drive by Craig Demler. 4 weeks earlier, the Lee Everson trained gelding had beaten Heracles in the popular arm free-for-all at Moonee Valley, when unwanted in the betting at 33-1. In adding the Bendigo Cup to his previous victories in the Geelong Cup and Hamilton Cup, Hushed World rated a track record equalling 159.3 for 2,385 metres.
Second quarter, 30.7. Maltese Cavalier putting it to Safe and Sound down the back. Safe and Sound goes through to be a neck in front of Maltese Cavalier. 2 metres away, Country Duke 3 deep. Off the olds behind the leader. Between runners, Jack Denver. Right off the track, Cold Bruce from Senior York. Hushed World, Anvil Star, 3 half whites, and last the inside, Skipper Trust. Safe and Sound off the back in 28.7 is the leader by 2 metres. Maltese Cavalier and Country Duke out wider. No run for Off the Old as they turn for home in the Cup. Safe and Sound 3 metres in front of Country Duke out wide. Off the Old back to the sprint lane. Safe and Sound in front. Country Duke comes at him. Wider Senior York off the Old the inside. Country Duke Safe and Sound. Hushed World late. Hushed World's flying. Hushed World blown away again. Hushed World's won the Cup. Beat Safe and Sound, Country Duke and Off the Old.
New Zealand trotters continued their dominance of the Melbourne Summer Carnival when the Mark Purton-trained Sundon's Way won the Bill Collins Trotters Mile. An abject failure in the Australasian Trotters Championship after galloping, Sundon's Way produced his best form for Tony Herlihy, slashing 1.1 seconds off the track record set by Scotch Notch in 1984. Working 3 wide early to be outside the leader, Sundon's Way drew away in the closing stages, covering the mile trip in a brilliant 1:58.
Rounding the turn, inside the 1200, first quarter in 28.3. And the Godfather led Bonspiel Chewy. Sundon's Way could nearly drop into the 1-1 here. He's been a bit fortunate. Although Bonspiel Chewy's going to press on though, and the mare goes to the lead. Bonspiel Chewy crosses the Godfather. Sundon's Way left without cover now third. Fourth on the inside, Cavalier Prince. Then National Interest, Laurie's Legacy. Chiola's Dragon had no luck early. Goes back to the rails. Night Pistol tacks on, but he's 25 metres off the lead. Second quarter, 30.5. And the leader is Bonspiel Chewy, 4 metres to the Godfather. Third, Sundon's Way. Fourth is Cavalier Prince. Fifth, the outside, National Interest. Then Laurie's Legacy, Chiola's Dragon, and Night Pistol is last. Bonspiel Chewy, they making every poster winner down the back of the 500, and she trots clear by 6 metres to Sundon's Way, giving chase. Then the Godfather under pressure, National Interest. Night Pistol winding up, but he's 20 metres off the lead, and then Cavalier Prince. Third quarter in 29.3. Bonspiel Chewy 4 metres in front of Sundon's Way, National Interest, and Night Pistol 4 wide, 10 metres off the lead. Round the turn, Bonspiel Chewy tackled by Sundon's Way. Sundon's Way spared to the lead from National Interest and Night Pistol. Sundon's Way in front. National Interest 3 metres away. Then Night Pistol. Sundon's Way 2.5 metres in front. National Interest won't get to him, and Sundon's Way. Sundon's Way wins the Bill Collins Trotters Mile by 2 metres. National Interest second. Night Pistol another Herculean run, and they have smashed the track record. They've run 1:58. Smashed it by 1.
Missing the Victoria Derby in mid-January after pulling up a bit flat after his heat, Shakamaker bounced back to top form with an effortless victory in the RC Simpson Sprint at Harold Park a month later. Spearing straight to the front from barrier 2, John Justice was able to get away with a couple of slow quarters before slipping home the final 800 metres in 57.5 seconds on his way to a 5-metre victory.
The Watchman around the turn, 1,000 metres to go, and Shakamaker, he's just cruising along in the lead. 3 metres, Mega Sound on the outside of Drop Dead Gorgeous. 1 by 1 is Sir Guinness. On the inside, Jimmy Cole is pulling very hard under Francesco Scaravilli. 3 wide goes Decoy. Taking off around Doc's Mistake. The inside next was Camberwell King. And last, the Watchman, 33, won that quarter. He hasn't gone that slow in a long time, Shakamaker. Not even in a track work. And the leader is going along at a 63.8 first half. And it's Shakamaker starting to quicken now. 3 metres Mega Sound. Drop Dead Gorgeous on the inside is hanging on hard, the Queenslander. But Shakamaker at the 450 starts to drop them off. Drop Dead Gorgeous second. Third Mega Sound sticking to the inside. Jimmy Cole 29 won the third, and he's about to open up. Shakamaker. Drop Dead Gorgeous though is staying on his back. He's trying hard. 10 metres away. Jimmy Cole on the turn. Shakamaker 4 metres. Drop Dead Gorgeous is running a huge race on the turn. Shakamaker the leader. Drop Dead Gorgeous comes to the outside. He's trying to accelerate, but Shakamaker's doing it well. Shakamaker got away again from Drop Dead Gorgeous, and Shakamaker makes it win number 13 from a 17-start career, home in 28.3, 159.6. Beat Drop Dead Gorgeous 5 metres. Then Jimmy got Cole from Sir Guinness.
The following night, the spotlight was focused on Albion Park for the running of the Kay and Kevin Seymour Pace Finals for 2-year-olds. Unbeaten New Zealand filly, Tupelo Rose, extended her winning streak to 5 when she outclassed her rivals in the Kay Seymour at the prohibitive odds of 8-1 on. Those intrepid punters who took the short odds did not have a moment for concern as she raced home to an emphatic 26-metre victory, rating 158.6. with the last half mile in 57.3 seconds.
Inside the 800 metres, and Townley has a firm grip on Tupelo Rose, pacing 32.1. She's travelled ideally out in front of 61.3 half, leading by 1 length. Magic Matty Lombo second, Maeli Rose third, Pelican Rama about 3/4 of a length away fourth, and about to come 3 wide, being guided to the outside as the leaders under a vice-like grip. No Tricks left was next, then Cordy Taylor, Sunvale, followed by Tractable, Ripper Affair, and 2 away Jolly George Lombo. Inside the 400 metres, down the back straight in 29.1, Tupelo Rose in front. Townley had a sustained peep around to the right. He's nicely clear. He's more than 2, 3, 4 lengths in front, going further ahead from Maeli Rose, Pelican Rama, Magic Matty Lombo and Sunvale, but down the home straight, and you're looking at Australasia's best 2-year-old filly. Look at her go. Tupelo Rose has bounded away. It's 5 from 5, and the K Seymour Nursery pace is hers in a breeze. Tupelo Rose first, Pelican Rama second, Maeli Rose ran third, and then came Tractable, followed by Sundon.
2 races later, the Peter Walsh-trained Seelster Sam stretched his unbeaten record to 4 when he sprinted home strongly to win the Kevin Seymour for Colson Geldings. Sitting back off a solid pace set by Jackataurus, Ricky Thurlow bided his time with the son of Falcon Seelster before swooping on the leaders. Seelster Sam powered away from his rivals in the straight to score by 5.5 metres, rating 158.4. marginally faster than Tupelo Rose in the fillies division.
The driver of Jackataurus isn't letting up in front. He breezed through that quarter in 30.8, 58.8.5. He's going further ahead. He leads 2.5 lengths. Trojan Twin already niggled at. McQuilty was third. Namu fourth the rail. Mona's Mistake about to come wide. Here comes Seelster Sam, and he is sprinting brilliantly around them. Oh, look at him go. Seelster Sam, he's nearly gone from last to first within 100 metres. Jackataurus wants to roll away from the rail. McQuilty's up to second. Seelster Sam is now third at the 400 metres. Then came Trojan Twin, Mona's Mistake, the pacing king, and left in the red. Seelster Sam and McQuilty draw alongside Jackataurus, and he looks under pressure. They went down the back straight in 29.9. They're at the corner. Now he gets busy on Seelster Sam. He's got Jackataurus's measure, and then came McQuilty, followed by Trojan Twin and Mr. Motown down the outside. But it's Seelster Sam. He's looking at 4 from 4, and he's going to do it. Home you go, Sammy. Seelster Sam wins from left in the red, flying for second. Photo third, and I'm not sure